This is disturbing. Alright, so today it is Shadow and Schmooze time. I feel like this is a much needed Shadow and Schmooze I can't even talk. Much needed Shadow and Schmooze just to update you guys on life right now and what's been going on. July has been a month. It's been an interesting one. So we're getting into it in today's video. So if you want to see us look and just hear some life updates, you're in the right place. Just keep watching. Wow, I feel like I haven't said that in like a year. I used to say that in every single video. Okay, Shadow and Schmooze time. I feel like it has been so long since I've done a Shadow and Schmooze, but I'm excited. So to prime, I'm going to try out this Catrice Aqua Fresh Hydra Primer. Some of the stuff is first impressions, some I've tried before. Like usual in Shadow and Schmoozes, I'm just going to be talking, so not sure how much we'll get to the actual makeup and like products, but we're going to chat it up. So I have a whole Shadow and Schmooze playlist if you are new here. That feels really hydrating. That feels really nice actually. It feels like a almost like cooling gel. I do want to use some Dermalogica Hydra Blur. I'm just going to put this over my pore area. The Hydra Blur primer mattifies a little bit, but it doesn't make you look like dry or feel dry. Okay, I'm just going to get started with the foundation and then we'll start talking. But I want to try out the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation again because I used it in the Dollar General First Impressions video, but I haven't tried it again since then. So I definitely want to give this one a go because I did really like it just off of like first impressions. Oh, you know what I also have? This is disturbing. Literally the size of my head. I don't have the packaging anymore for this, but I think it was the Real Techniques Face and Body Sponge. I think this is the sponge that Casey Holmes uses. It's always like massive on her face, but I'm like really curious how this is gonna go because it is so big. But she uses it for foundation, so I'm gonna try it on half my face with the Believe Beauty, and then I'll do probably brush on the other side. So I'm using the shade Linen, which I think is the shade I used in that video. Oh my god, this is so big. I mean, it's definitely quick. I feel like it's just too big for what I usually like. I think I'm gonna try switching to a brush. Okay, so let's start with the biggest thing, I guess. On July 20th, my boyfriend got in a wakeboarding accident. So he was actually on vacation on like a trip in Oregon. We live in Seattle. He was on a trip in Oregon. I was actually vlogging that day. I didn't vlog any of this part like once I found out, but I was vlogging that day. It was the first day in a week that I was feeling good and that I was like out of bed. So I was on a walk and I get a call. I'm okay, but I'm in the hospital and I'm going into surgery. Had a wakeboarding accident. I think I just like had so much adrenaline going that I don't even remember like coming home, packing. I remember getting a flight. It was like booked the first one out of Seattle. I had like 25 minutes to shower, pack, and get to the airport. So I literally just like threw shit in a suitcase. I didn't know how long I was going to be in Oregon or anything, so I just like packed a ton of clothes. I didn't know how bad it was. I didn't know really like anything yet because I just started talking with the doctor and the surgeon. I'm just kind of building this up with a dry sponge. So I get in the Uber, get to the airport, get to the gate, and of course it's like delayed an hour and a half. So I end up not being able to get there before he goes in surgery, but I ended up landing in Oregon at 11:30 p.m. He was in surgery. He got out of surgery at like 2 a.m. that night, and then I saw him the next morning. Luckily, I had a friend who lives where we were in Oregon, and I just stayed at her house, which was super nice of her. And I went to his room first thing in the morning at like 8 a.m. when I could visit the next morning after surgery. I'm gonna use the Cloud Concealer. So we end up staying in Oregon for, I think like 4 days. He's okay, thank God. I'm just glad that it wasn't worse than it was. So basically he was wakeboarding, and he's wakeboarded for years, and he was doing a flip and just like landed totally wrong. It's so crazy because I don't know, in my mind, like I always just think water, like how'd you get hurt in a water sport, but it happens apparently. So I'm just thankful he didn't like hurt his back or his spine or anything, or it was worse than it was. But he is basically immobile for like 6 to 12 weeks. In Seattle, he lives on the top of like the 5th story with no elevator, all stairs. So he's been staying at my place, and he'll be staying at my place for as long as he needs to. Obviously, I'm happy to have him here and to, like be able to take care of him, but it's just been a lot. So I ended up renting a car in Oregon, driving us back over the course of like a couple days. I was just like crossing my fingers that I wasn't going to get a migraine because there was literally no one else to get us back. Like he obviously can't drive. So he's been staying at my place, and we've been back in Seattle for, I think we got back here on the 24th or the 25th of July. First few days was like a lot of adjusting and just like figuring things out. He isn't really mobile yet, but he's getting a little bit better each day. I just went in with the It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation illumination just to like set parts of my face. I had videos pre-filmed, so you guys didn't really see a difference on YouTube, but I've been trying my best to still like get everything done. But when you're seeing this video, Mallory1712, who's one of my best friends, is actually staying with me in Seattle right now. So the three of us are going to be here because we've been planning this trip for forever. So I didn't want to like cancel it, but there's just a lot going on right now. So I just want to let you guys know that I am doing my best, and I'm going to continue to do my best to get my usual videos out. I am unnecessarily hard on myself about sticking to my video schedule, and it's a good thing but also a bad thing, because in times like this where I should just like take a week off and not upload, I'm still filming right now. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to just like chill and not worry about getting my videos up, because there's just a lot going on right now. So I just want you guys to know, if there is a day where there's not a video or a week where there's not a video, this is what's happening. When Mallory's here, we are going to try and film together, because we have never filmed together. I don't know why. We always just get like so in the zone when we're with each other that we like don't think about filming or vlogging or anything, but we both want to film or do a podcast together or something. Mallory has a podcast, so we're probably going to do something together while she's here for YouTube. Going in with Bare Minerals, that peach though blush. So Mallory leaves. I have like 4 days, I think, and then I go to Spokane for a Project Beauty Share event. My boyfriend is gonna try and go, so we will see. He's very ambitious. It's hard to get him to rest. It's almost like taking care of a 5-year-old that just wants to do everything and doesn't realize that they can't do everything yet, you know? That's where we're at. So I have an e.l.f. first impressions video coming up where I try out this palette, and I actually used these shades, and I wanted to update you guys in this video, even though you haven't seen the other video yet. But this shade is so freaking pretty. You'll see what I'm talking about once you see that video. But this shade, I love. It is gorgeous. I'm trying this Milani All Over Blending Brush. Ooh, I like this brush. Super soft. I have to do my brows. So that's like the main thing that's been going on. Thank you guys so much for everyone who has tweeted me or messaged me well wishes about him. We are on the mend. It's also kind of interesting because we don't live together normally, so we're going from like nothing to full on. I just put on some Milk Brow Gel. But he is a total trooper and has been insisting on like cooking and doing the things that he can do, so that's been great. But I think this has actually like grown us closer in a weird way. Let me just say, when you take care of someone after surgery, you get real close real fast. Okay, so I've been wanting to try the Sephora Pro palette for forever. It's just the warm mattes palette, and I found this on Glambot brand new. Like, it still has the little sheet thing on it, and none of these, wow, this is a big mirror. None of these are used. So I'm just gonna like use a mix of these shades for my eyes today. Okay, so besides that, what else has been going on? July was just overall a real weird month. Like, there's just a few other things that happened. Something with a family member. Health hasn't been great this month at all, and it's been one of those months. I'm ready for August. I don't know about you guys. I cannot believe it is August though, and already like the almost end of summer. What the heck? So far these are blending out really easily. They're pigmented, they're very soft. I usually like a little bit stiffer, but they're really soft and blendable. So I'm getting like a little bit tired of this filming background. I think I'm gonna change the lights. I ordered these moon banner thing from Urban Outfitters that I think I want to put in the background. It's just like gold and it kind of hangs. So I think I'm gonna put that instead of the lights. And then I love the Beirito crochet thing right there that I got at the Pittsburgh meetup. But a few people have been commenting saying that in the background blurred out, it looks like a battery charging thing or something. Like you can't tell it's a burrito, which I could see how in the background blurred out, you can't tell it's a burrito. I love it in person. So I think I might just put it like somewhere else where I can see it every day. But let me know what you guys think of the background. Do you like this background? Do you think I should try and like change it up some more? I'm definitely going to try the gold thing and see how it goes. But I'm trying to think if I should like add something else too. Whoa, that was a little wild. How did that get up there? By the way, I just want to do like a pop of color on the lips and just like a matte brown smoky eye, nothing crazy. I'm wearing a bodysuit right now for the first time in like 5 years. I just gotta say, whoever invented the bodysuit did not have a small bladder. Note to self, to never buy another bodysuit that doesn't unbutton. Very inconvenient. I kept the packaging of this because this might be my favorite packaging I've ever received in the mail. This is the Halo Top by ColourPop. This was such a freaking cute idea. Look at this. I can't. I don't think I'll ever be able to bring myself to toss this. They have the eyeshadows packaged in this little carton. Genius. This one looks like kind of like a champagne gold. I might try it. It's in the shade Extra Sprinkles. I'm just gonna press that on the lid. Whoa, it's a little bit more glittery than I was expecting. Okay, I want a little bit less gold glitter and a little bit more, I don't know, just like subtle. So I think I'm actually gonna go back with this e.l.f. thing and use this as eyeshadow. Ooh, that is so pretty as eyeshadow. What the heck? Ooh, love that. I just took this shade and wet my brush with some MAC Fix Plus. My mind is kind of going blank. I literally feel like the last couple weeks have just been such a whirlwind that I don't even know what else is happening in life. Oh, something I wanted to ask you guys. Have any of you gone to the Mayo Clinic? If you have, what was your experience with it? I'm kind of debating because I have a lot of unexplained body things that none of my doctors in Seattle know what they are, and no one's been able to like connect the dots. So a couple people have recommended to me going to the Mayo Clinic. Is it Mayo or Mayo? Pretty sure it's Mayo. I've been in love with the Physicians Formula waterproof version. I can't tell if it's fully waterproof because I haven't done like a full-on splash test or anything, and I haven't like, I don't think I've cried in this, but it does definitely last better, I noticed, throughout the day. Like if I have a little bit of water, like what am I trying to say? If my eye's watering a little bit in the corner throughout the day, sometimes the other Physicians Formula one will like kind of rub off a little bit. This one definitely lasts better than the normal version, and it is more black too. Before I do mascara, I do want to try out this new Catrice HD Freezing Spray. You guys know my holy grail setting spray is the Catrice Dewy Glow, so I have high hopes for this guy. I don't know if this one's going to have like a dewy finish or more of a matte. Where's my fan at? When I was in Oregon, I was shopping for a new wardrobe for my boyfriend as he was in the hospital because he didn't have any of his clothes. He literally got there on like a stretcher wearing his swim shorts and a life jacket. So I went to Kohl's and just like bought a bunch of clothes, and I met a subscriber there working there. I'm pretty sure I was just like so frazzled and like all over the place. So if I met you in Kohl's in Oregon, I apologize if I was completely psycho. This mascara is so unreal. It's the Essence mascara, the Lash Princess. You guys, it's a few bucks. You need it. It is one of the best mascaras I've ever tried. I've been reaching for this over my Too Faced Better Than Sex lately. It's amazing. And that setting spray, I do think is pretty glowy. Like it did add some dew to my face. So I'm actually going to take I've been loving doing this lately. This is the Milk Makeup Blur Powder, which you guys will be seeing a powder declutter coming that I've had pre-filmed for forever. And it'll be kind of in a weird order because in that video I was talking about how there's some powders that I want to like retry. I've been using this powder for like weeks now since that video was pre-filmed, and I've been loving this powder for just, see how my pores are just like a little bit emphasized because it's dewy right there? I'll just pat this powder in only right here and it just blurs everything out. Look at that. And it doesn't take away the coverage of my foundation, which a lot of loose powders do, but I just feel like that makes such a difference. Just that little thing. That little step. I don't want to do false lashes today because I'm just trying to keep this makeup on until dinner tonight, and anytime I do false lashes, I gotta peel them off within like an hour, and then my eyes are all red and irritated. So I want to try out this new Honest Beauty liquid lipstick. I have a couple shades here I'm kind of debating between. This is in the shade BFF, and this one is Goddess. Which one? Maybe I'll do this one. This one's like more summery. Oh, this has that really cheapy kind of applicator. It's like super stiff, cheap plastic. Color is really pretty though. Ooh, it's like a neon kind of coral. That's really pretty color. Just a couple other updates, minor things. I relaunched the Heck Yeah t-shirt from a few years ago, so I'll link that down below. But so far you guys are going crazy with that one on the pre-order, so they'll be shipping I think around the 3rd week of August. It's much easier to do a pre-order because then we know how many to order. So we're doing the pre-order right now and then it'll ship in a few weeks. The t-shirts are soft, good quality. They wash well. And we probably won't do a reorder of these. They're only going to be limited edition. So if you want one, now is the time to get one. Okay, so really pretty color. I love how this has like a little bit of coral in it. It doesn't feel like it's quite like drying down yet to like a matte liquid lipstick that's not going to transfer, but I'm going to give it a couple minutes to see if it does. I'm actually going to add a little bit of the pen side of this. I want my brows to be like a little bit darker. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes and it just now feels like it's starting to kind of dry down. The eyeshadow palette, I feel like I'm gonna have to play around with some more. A couple of the shades, like that dark brown shade, was a little bit patchy and hard to work with. I had to go in a couple times to like build it up to get that kind of brown. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Shadow and Schmooze video. I promise my next Shadow and Schmooze will be a little bit more peppy and exciting. I feel like my mind was just like totally blank today, feeling a little bit out of it. But thank you again for everyone who sent me a message and stuff over the past couple weeks, and thank you for understanding if there is a video day or week where I don't upload. I never do that. Like, I do that maybe once every like year and a half, if that. So it's just really hard for me. Like, it almost stresses me out more to not upload, but I'm just gonna try and chill about it. At the end of the day, my family and friends and boyfriend are the most important thing to me, and I just want to be able to fully take care of him and be there. So, but thank you for understanding. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.